Hello and welcome back to my channel. Fabfilter just released the latest version of their Reverb plugin, Pro R2. So in today's video, we'll be checking it out to see what's new. But before we go into that, let's head straight to their official website to see the key features. As you can see, they have a 30-day trial that you can use to check out the plugin. If you like it, you can then make a purchase and own a copy. Let's see what's new. Beautifully designed room models ranging from small ambiances and rooms to large concert halls and huge cathedrals. Alright guys, I don't want this video to be very lengthy, so if you want to read through that, pause the video and take your time. So that takes us to the door. Let's just have a very brief test and see it for ourselves. So I have a drum loop and I'll be using the default presets from the plugin to try it out. So let's have a quick listen. Okay, the next thing I would do is to crank up the mix knob. The reason I'm cranking it up, I need us to hear more of the reverb so that when we are checking out other features, we can easily hear the impact or effect. Alright, and the first thing we'll be focusing on is on the mix knob. There is a key there. This key helps you to lock in the settings of this mix knob. Let's say we set it to this point and we want to try out some presets. It will reset it to the default level and that will affect your judgments. So let's engage this key and let's try to choose another preset so that you understand what I mean. So as you can see, it's still on that same level. So let's say I reduced it and I turned this off. The moment we switch to another preset, see what happens. You understand now. So this is the function of this key. Let me quickly reset this, then we continue. So now we understand what this key is for. The next we'll be looking at is the docking. There is a hint info that comes up. They said the docking knob sets the range of the integrated intelligent docking feature. It's a fast and easy way to get better separation between wet and dry signals. So let's hear what this docking is doing. I believe you heard that. When the initial dry signal hits, the reverb docks. And now we've understood this, the next we'll be looking at is the width. Let's have a listen. Let's see what it says about the width. The stereo width knob controls the apparent width of the reverb sound. Alright, the next thing we'll be looking at is the brightness. So let's see what happens when we engage it. When I turned it all the way right, it made the reverb effect bright, and when I take it all the way left, it made it dull or muffled. Alright, so that takes us to the next feature. This is space. So let's see what space said. The space knob, prominent at the top of the interface, is the most important control of Pro R2. It smartly combines the room model and decay time of the reverb, ranging from a very small ambient space, 200 milliseconds, to a cathedral-like 10-second reverb. The decay rate knob can be used to tweak the decay time without altering the room sound. So let's see what that adds to the reverb sound. Next is the distance. Let's see what that does. Alright, so when it's on far left, it sounds like it's closer to you, but when you take it all to the right, it sounds like it's farther away from you. So that is what this knob does, the distance. Alright, now we check out the thickness. The thickness knob adds an intuitive combination of density and saturation to the reverb sound. The audible effects can vary quite a lot depending on the program material. So with this, you add saturation and density. So that is what this knob is for. The next is the character. So let's hear it. The character knob brings life to the reverb sound in various ways. At 0%, the reverb is as transparent and predictable as possible. Turning the knob up to 50% gradually introduces some modulation and more pronounced early echoes together with subtle yet noticeable late echoes. From 50% and up, the reverb brings modulation more and more up to a chorus-like effect at 100%, which works well on vocals and synths. So guys, that is what the character knob adds to the reverb. We all know what pre-delay is, so I'm not really gonna go into that. The next thing I am seeing here is the different reverb modes. They have modern, vintage and plate. So let's listen to the three. The next thing we'll be looking at is auto gate. Auto gate button sets the time that the auto gate, if enabled, will open when triggered. So now we know what it's for. Let's engage it and hear. So the next thing I am seeing here is this freeze button. The freeze button freezes the current state of the reverb, disabling new inputs and simply reusing the current content of the reverb tank until you disable freeze again. So let's check that out. Alright, so there are a couple of presets here you can as well try out, a lot of them here. So that will be pretty much for this demonstration of Fabfilter Pro R2. Like always, stay creative, stay focused, and see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.